So here it is, our first look at the Xbox Series S. Unofficially, because it's been leaked out here. This image was dropped by Brad Sams on Twitter, and you can see the new Series S here, which has been rumored for a while. It's become Xbox lock card. We actually kind of knew this already existed based on a new Xbox Series controller that someone was able to buy, and it said Xbox Series S compatible on it. But this is our first look at it here, and I think the most important thing is that price right there at $299, which we'll get into in a second, because they're obviously pricing this very aggressively, which is what we expected them to do here. Now, the look of itself, it looks very similar to kind of the Xbox One S when that was first released. A very simple, clean look to it, not as sort of different and going in about off the beaten path, sort of like the Xbox Series X is sort of looking like. You can see, though, it does have that big circle in the middle. It has that grate that's very similar to the top design of the Xbox Series X. So maybe that's kind of how they'll kind of relate to each other, because it's obviously just going to be little brother here between the different series. It looks like you're going to have the new series controller there as well too. Another thing that's pretty interesting just from the graphic is that it doesn't have a disk drive. We don't know the official specs of this just yet, but interesting it doesn't have a disk drive. I kind of expect that at this point. Microsoft's been trying to move away from that, because not only installing DVD and Blu-ray drives are expensive, cost for them, but you also pay for the licensing for just to play that media as well too. So I'm pretty sure they're looking to kind of get away from that to save a few bucks here on the hardware. Plus everyone's streaming and downloading these days, so kind of makes a bit of sense there with it. But we don't know official specs yet here, but this is rumored to be the 1080p focused gaming machine. Supposed to have some ray tracing with it as well too. Probably improved CPU, of course, but probably an SSD as well too. I don't know if it's going to be faster than NVMe SSD, but it's probably going to have something like that in there, which should benefit as well too. And I think it's supposed to be aimed like I said, 1080p gaming, maybe some 1440p, but definitely next gen level, which is where they're going at with here. And this is priced, if this pricing is true, because it could be changed or made up, or just a placeholder for just to get us to talk about it here. That price right there is obviously looking really aggressive out there and really trying to get more Xboxes in people's homes. If they look at the upgrade, especially at $299, it's very easy for people to kind of pick that up. And I can see this being bundled by a ton of different companies with games and consoles to really make that price very, very attractive. The package is overall just very attractive, especially if it starts at an MSRP of $299 here with it. That is the Xbox Series S, or what we assume is going to be our first sort of look here at it. If this is official here, the look and the pricing, and it's looking to be, I have a tendency to believe that this is going to be it here, hopefully, and it's going to be very interesting how they're going to roll this whole thing out here, and I'm excited for it. Post your comments below. Let me know what you think. I'll actually throw a poll up at the community tab as well too. Want to get your feedback on there as well too. Get some engagement over there. So definitely check that out in our community tab section. Post your comments below what you think about the Xbox Series X. Also, if you Xbox Series S, I'm going to confuse X and S so much here with this, going through and talking about these devices. But speaking of the X though, if you want to hear more about Xbox Series X, definitely check out our videos. We're talking about it over here. Also check out our video over here if my hands are in the right position, where YouTube is recommending a video that they think would be pretty good for you to watch. Either way, thanks for watching.